8:52 p.m., July 10th, 2026. This is put out by Targeted Justice. I'm getting ready to send all this to Congress and the President, Vice President. Attention, Congress. The FBI's Terror Screening Database Watch List, TSDB, has been distributed to 60 countries, 18,000 police and sheriff departments, 1,440 private companies. So, the watch list categories. Category 1, no-fly list. Arrest immediately, 0.18%. Category 2, so watch list categories 1 and 2. Suspected terrorist, enhanced screening, boarding code SSSS. Now that's funny. Tulsi Gabbard's been held over at airports, everything taken out, shoveled through, just like mine. My hands were checked for explosives. I was patted down. That must be the enhanced interrogation. I wonder if I'm in category 2. Or the blacklist categories, most TIs are in categories 3 and 4. So I'm definitely an aware targeted individual, 22%, which are the ones that are hearing the HAVANA syndrome, the noise like in Cuba, with high-pitched ringing in their heads, or they're hearing the voice to skull, or they're being microwaved and getting burns. And category 4 is the unaware targeted individuals. That's about 75%. And I'm an aware targeted individual. I'm in the 22% category. 97% of terror screening database is non-investigative subjects. As you can see, no known ties to terrorism per OIG. That's most of us, categories 3 and 4. Okay, the terror screening database watch list is a fraud. McCarthy era blacklist. 97% of the names have no known ties to terrorism per OIG. No probable cause or reasonable suspicion was used. TSDB has never stopped an act of terrorism per FBI. Some 4-year-olds are listed as suspected terrorists. 278,000 FISA warrants, renew surveillance for 10 plus years. Many names are government whistleblowers, J6ers, or Catholics, or activists, all of us, speaking up and telling the truth and trying to get the word out. So the second page I'm going to be sending to Congress, to different senators and representatives, is MK Ultra. It never ended, everybody. Mass mind control is real. It's changed. It's no longer let's just do the drugs and the LSD and all that crap they're focusing on in the hearings is the 1960s. We're talking about today, people, today. So U.S. patent, 4,877,027. Hearing system. Uses modulated microwave pulses to send audible signals directly into the human brain. Cell towers. And you can see right here, right there, bands 400 to 700 megahertz and 5G. Okay, so why this matters to Congress? Undetected influence on elected officials, risk to national security and elections, public health and civil liberties are at stake. MK Ultra precedent, 1953 to 1974. Need hearings on microwave technologies, and we actually need to get the Office of Special Counsel involved. We need to start really digging into who's involved in all this. These are special access projects, unacknowledged, above top security clearance, above the presidential codes. Unacceptable in our country. This is what you call fascism right here. This is what you call a security state, everybody. Then you have Trump's secret weapon, the Reltron. This weapon that causes the HAVANA syndrome. That's the weapon. And this is the Trump's discombobulator used on the guards of Venezuela recently, operated by U.S. Space Force from Schriever Space Force Base. 200 plus are in orbit. U.S. patent, 4,345,220. rated at 250 million watts of power, manufactured by the Physica Applied Technologies, 2700 Merced Street in San Leandro, California, right across the bay. How about that? These weapons are attacking U.S. citizens. And look at that link right there, everybody. And check out Targeted Justice. Okay. Very important. This is going to go with my letter that I'm going to be sending out. And this is going to be my letter right here. Dear Honorable President Donald Trump, there are several extremely urgent issues I bring to you. One issue is the FISA court rubber stamp. Please vote no on renewing FISA 702 authority as is. Stop warrantless searches and seizures. FISA 702 intentionally blocks the protections of the Fourth Amendment that prevents the government from violating our personal privacy and property rights without probable cause. In Article 3, court evidence is required, not in a FISA court rubber stamp. This is a trick the corrupt members of government are using to surveil hundreds of thousands of innocent American citizens without any evidence of committing a crime, without due process of law. After 9/11 and the Patriot Act, FISA 702 was formed in 2008. It is being used to connect any citizen to foreign actors already being surveilled as a way to justify surveillance on them. This is unconstitutional. This is how innocent American citizens such as Tulsi Gabbard, Dr. Stephen Greer, and children as young as 3 years old were put on the terror screening database watch list, secret handling codes 3 and 4, non-investigative subjects with false justification to ruin their lives, basically. The second issue is subliminal messaging from the cell towers, U.S. patent 4,877,027, the hearing system. This is extremely concerning for our future as God intended it. The article put out by It's Science on Facebook, December 6, 2025 at 2 p.m., references the source article that was put out by the Chinese Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, February 2025, and explains this technology. This is the article put out by It's Science on Facebook, December 6, 2025 at 2 p.m. China's 6G network enables brain internet connections at terahertz speeds, raising surveillance fears. China deployed the world's first 6G wireless network operating at terahertz frequencies, enabling direct brain-to-internet connections at speeds 100 times faster than 5G. The network allows brain implants to stream consciousness data, download information directly to neural tissue, and enable telepathic communication between users. 6G operates at frequencies between 100 to 300 gigahertz terahertz range, allowing massive data bandwidth, enough to transmit the entire contents of a human brain in under 1 second. The network uses advanced beamforming technology that creates focused data beams directly to neural implants without interface. Users with compatible brain chips can access the internet through thought alone, download skills and memories like software updates, and communicate mind to mind without speaking. China's network infrastructure connects 400 million brain implant users domestically. The dystopian concern is unavoidable. A government-controlled network with direct access to citizens' brains creates unprecedented surveillance and control capabilities. Chinese dissidents report experiencing thought disruptions and involuntary memory access through the 6G connected implants. Western intelligence agencies warn this infrastructure could enable mass thought monitoring, memory extraction, and even behavioral control on a population scale. Like the Minority Report, everybody. Look at that movie. For Americans, this presents both technological envy and existential dread. U.S. 5G networks can't support direct brain interfaces, putting America behind in the brain internet race. Yet, if the U.S. builds similar infrastructures, which they are, by the way, who controls access to citizens' thoughts and memories? Who controls it all? It's connecting human brains directly to the internet worth the risk of governmental thought surveillance. And this is a source, Chinese Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, Nature Communications, February 2025. Okay. So, as a member of Targeted Justice, I have received numerous calls from people all over the U.S. and comments on my social media posts from people in other countries urgently needing assistance with this technology that is secretly being rolled out in the U.S. now. Many people are complaining about V2K, noise harassment, like that heard by the embassy staff in Cuba called the HAVANA syndrome. The 6G rollout is going to invade our privacy, take away our liberty, and treat us like enemy combatants of the state or country. We are the terrorized victims of these crimes against humanity. We do not consent to have chips or biosensors implanted in our bodies against our will. We are sovereign beings that own our thoughts and bodies. This is not to be controlled by the deep state CIA, FBI, NSA, or technocrats imposing their will on our freedom. Dureltran is a weapon that causes HAVANA syndrome. It is also called the discombobulator used on the guards in Venezuela. It is operated by the U.S. Space Force from Schriever Base 200 plus in orbit. U.S. patent 4,345,220, rated at 250 million watts of power. It is manufactured by the Fasica Applied Technologies, 2700 Merced Street, San Leandro, California. These weapons are being used to attack U.S. citizens. We are becoming a socialist country leaning towards total governmental control, communism and fascism, corporate technocrats deciding how to run our lives and controlling our every move. We have become unrecognizable as a free country living in a constitutional republic. We have sent millions of young men overseas to fight for our freedom and liberty. We need our DOJ, Congress, and executive branch of our government to do the same for us. It's of highest and most urgent importance that you allow full disclosure of the top secret Alter program above the President's nuclear codes, oversight, and accountability in the use of information technology. The third issue is full disclosure. I urge you to demand full disclosure of the UAP issue and subpoena the first-hand whistleblowers that worked in these deep underground military bases and unacknowledged special access projects. The disclosure is being corrupted as the people that know the most are not being called in to testify. They must have essential amnesty and safe harbor to protect them and their pension in exchange for complete transparency, and there must be a public hearing. Subpoena Jake Barber, D.C. Long, Stephen Digna Jr., Eric Hector, Dr. Stephen Greer, just to name a few. Thank you, and please respond. Stop the crime. Sincerely, in my name. And this is going to go out to representatives, senators, and the president and vice president. I urge everybody to do the same. We have to get the word out.